Right, let's talk about what happened all across the Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market in Collin County, where I specialize in. And as always, before I get into numbers, I like to talk about what's going on in the market, things that affect it. Right now, the 10-year T-bill is still sitting around 4.6, not good for mortgage rates. Rates climb some. Here's the big bugaboo, though, with the war in Iran. West Texas Intermediate crude's about 82.50 a barrel, and Brent C is up 89.10. That's up quite a bit from last week. Not good for inflation. Definitely not good for sentiment. So, if you're a buyer, it's kind of like Warren Buffett says: buy when no one else wants to. And sellers, though it seems counterintuitive. You buy a house, you sell your house now, you pay a little less, maybe get closing cost. Remember, the price you pay never changes. The rates, they change. They go up and down. So I'm not going to use the term that was used a while back when rates first started to climb, because I thought it was kind of silly. But anyway, that rate, the interest rate, is really the smallest portion of your house payment now. The mortgage payment, the taxes and insurance are the biggest part of it. So that's the big thing out there. Hopefully we'll see change in both of those in the future. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So here's what happened all across Dallas-Fort Worth. There were 8,535 new listings. That's down 845 from the week before. 1,073 homes went back on the market. That's down 16. And again, I always talk about this. I was out showing properties this weekend, and man, it's hard to believe what some people want for homes with foundation issues, mold, just trashed up inside. If you're selling your home, think of yourself as a buyer, and would you buy the home that you live in? Look at it that way. Put the buyer's hat on if you're a seller. 798 home sellers didn't get the memo that this is not a seller's market and raise the price of their home. That's down 241. But look at this, 11,150 homeowners decreased. Now that's down 612 from last week, but look at that. It's almost 3,000 difference. Almost 3,000 more homes were decreased in price than new listings to the market. And I was reading the inventory's down about 10% this year from where it was last. Why is that? Consumer sentiment. But there's still tons of inventory if you're looking. And you can make a choice. Sellers know that buyers can make a choice. There's plenty of inventory for them to choose from. They're going to choose the one they don't have to go completely gut to move into. They want something move-in ready, so keep that in mind. There are 1,800 homes that went on contract. That's up 83. 5,161 homes closed last week. That's up 543. 633 homes expired off MLS. That's only down 11. 2,807 home sellers canceled their listings. That's down 80. They're usually the ones that aren't listening to their agents and throwing their hands up, getting frustrated. And I've been talking about this every week. I'm talking to home sellers that are looking for cash offers. And if you're looking for a cash offer, just know a cash offer is coming from an investor. They're typically going to offer you about 80% of what the retail value is. It's only a good option if you're distressed. And I am starting to see some short sales on the market out there if you're an investor or someone starting to look for some unusual deals. Something to keep in mind. It's data that I'm going to start keeping closer track of. Now let's talk about Collin County. There's currently 5,634 active listings. 458 homes are under contract. 1,408 homes are pending. We've had 9,821 homes closed just in Collin County this year. Numbers are down, but homes are still selling, though more slowly. Not at the 2020 prices that they were. Keep that in mind, sellers. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I'm a little out of it today. It was a busy weekend. And let's hope that this heat passes pretty quick. We're going to have 100 plus degrees this week. See you next week. If you have any questions about what's going on in your neighborhood, feel free to reach out to me. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am going to be creating some more content. Last few weeks have been busy. Had to make a trip that was unplanned last week. So see you soon. Bye-bye.